Oh, ha, I commented. Yeah, baby, I will tell you. Any crap for writing. Yeah, one is okay to make a cram out when you're feeling no one else. They didn't see the same. I'm Mr. AK the street master, AK the street blogger, AK Mario. I'm the mayor of Accra on the internet. But I say, oh, he charged through. Where they look at? I'm back. You can say warm-up session, and that's why I got to I can't have to book, and I'm going to warm-up. I'm going to warm-up. We have to give no best touch. Very soon, very soon by 5:30. Almost at 5 o'clock, you know Ghana time. By 5:30 there, not game next year. So they are witnessing the full highlights in the BBI. Even more comments to BBI. A warm-up session and an air cost. We warm-up session. Grab up to food, the same. Heart of life. Pandu, there's nobody know. Pandu, heart of life. There's so much in a heart of life. Benjamin Asale and Oyem Kunyao Kono. Ghana number 1 goalkeeper. Benjamin Asale. Katawali Lover fan. Katawali. The exercise national. We are also Ghana number 1 stadium, Accra Sports Stadium, and I also have Benjamin.
Hello. Yes. Did you? Oh, I before near yam. In your comment.
Okay, once again, Aquaba Edema channel on so Ghana Premier League Plus, Ghana Premier League Plus, Ghana Premier League Plus. And starting 11 for the two teams in Ababi. Starting 11 for the two teams in Ababi. Had to folk, your Benjamin Asari, as usual. Or starting in goal post, Benjamin Asari, as usual. Starting in the goal post. Kelvin Osasibe, yes, PK. Kelvin Osasibe, PK. I don't say that I'm a 5-set jersey. And so, shall say, Mohammed Ali, new centre back from Team FN Vision FC. And also, shall say, your Baba Adamu, and also signing from Golden Kicks. And also, number 48. I shall say, Jaman Kabe, feature number 11. We're free number 7 and quite 11. And also, I shall say, David Opan Frane. And also, I shall say, number 46. Number 13, as usual, I Ransford Mensa. Between the left hand side of the fence, and Frank Abraduku, a striker of Vision FC, aka Emmanuel Shea Adebayo, and also the chance Rafael Lamponsa, and so number 6, George Paku, youngster, attacking midfielder, now of Accra Lions, and also by Hamza Issa, and so Hamza Issa, and so and a substitute in your Sheriff Shuaib, substitute, your Sheriff Shuaib, Hussein Mohamed Alonso. And so at the bench, Hussein Mohamed Alonso, Rocky Jamana, formerly of Kotoko, and at Dreams FC, and so at the bench, Enoch is one thing, so on particular and court, still a killer, age not team name, Enoch is one thing, and Maui Wayo, and so on Aziz Adam, and so and a Kwesi Asman, Martin Kakari, and a Godwin Kuto, and so please, what time would they start? Matching originally, it was supposed to start at 5 p.m. But social delay now, I'm sure say by 5:30, 6 the end game now. So whatever happens, get the updates, the bro, on this channel. Get the updates, the bro. Now we'll near the channel on this so near so I can't go to the file comment. And so, bra, for prediction, bra, our comment section. Yeah, bye. That's a good evening. Good evening, my dear. How are you doing? Ben, come on, dear. One step, the copper here, the copper. The best I'm with that. Cole Alexander, say, have to fuck 3 Lions 1. Okay, Cole, that's it, bro. You have to fuck 3 Lions 1. Yeah, prediction, Eric Lanta say, okay, thank you, bro. Eric, you're welcome. I'm here for you. Subscribe and share. The man will touch. Our comment section and so our honor. Yeah, when they're back on. So that's the brave. So I share no like no subscribe. Oh, now you twice so maybe yeah. Papa. Oh, match. Yeah, spending a so much. And watching live from Girona. Watching live from Spain, Girona. And see me that's the brave. So I join in Girona. Share you know. Subscribe. From Augustine, Ghana Premier League Plus, Ghana Premier League Plus, Ghana Premier League Plus. And see, young subscribers, no one say, "Come on, subscribe here, come on, subscribe here, na, come on, subscribe, come on, subscribe here, na, mama, subscribe." Oh, now we are going to say that 2781. 2781. Yampa 19 and come home. 2,800. Yampa 19 and come home. 2,800. Yampa Lions. And so starting 11. And from them. Yampa enemy. Yampa starting 11. And so Yampa starting 11. Lions and so starting 11 in him. Jason Nati was starting in the group with Besmak Enim, captain, Ruben Hennessy, and Emmanuel Aban. You are down so I shall say Ismail Ado, and so Emmanuel Ofori, Kojo Obin Jr., Dennis Kuko, and a Kwesipom and Sidon Asante, and then Mantse Gbese. Good job, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for joining us over here. You're joining your B. Now you're into the costume for the stadium. And I've been
Sunday, young Tanso, Islam Adult, and I've been a mother of Foley, Quajo of being junior, former players, and a man, Guerra Sacrat, Football, one of Everson Akayama, and a crown water flying Bobokono, a branch of tennis Sunday, and I've been a Simple, and so every young affair to sit up Asante, one more Ennis Starton and Lavina, one more Enso Ever General, and the amount of a crown water flying star, Yadi and come out, and so Yadi Amamo, our Ayatollah, so now Francis, who became our Accra Sports to the Mantse Padia. Infinite food working now, and I estimate about a Jamaican Asia, Yadi and come on, so Yadi Amamo, infinite for my Yadi, 5 p.m. and I'm getting everything I shall see. And so our house Sunday we shut time now. Nelson and bomb, and I tell players no. One more our park and swap. One more a woman after that now. One more ever contrast now for some other some not a young criminal. One more and so it's me about my trouble for that. And so our house here don't come on. And so Yadi Amamo, Nelson, almost I am ready here. One more when you get to know now for criminal, one more area Baba St. Francis, so coming our class talk to the man, not a cry for the
I'm Peggy. The jungle stirred as I stepped past the lake's edge, vines brushing my arms. Beneath the surface, the water darkened, and the trident revealed itself. A rope bridge creaked high above the trees, swaying with each breath I took. At the heart of an ancient temple, a worn map lay untouched for centuries. I pressed forward, where molten lava lit a path through crumbling stone. Beyond it, the compass waited, powerful. Back at the totem, I placed the final piece. The ground quaked. A figure rose from the deep, carved in stone and legend. My journey had only begun.
Because of the
2000, of course, there's only 6% of London. We are now witnessing the match today. Once again, stepping back, the Ford Mexican restaurant, champion dishes, one more sports management, Ghana Journalist Association, we have National Youth Authority, the Honeysuckle, and of course, Fort Keke, and our water partner is Ghana Background Drinking Water. Thank you very much for your time.
That's one thing we need price now.
entertainers for the experience.
Is it banking?
Amazing.
Talking to Coach Bashir Hayford, of course, he believes that with consistency in his team, we should look out for nothing but a continuation from what happened last season. Back with me on pitch side duty, Nana Edu is here, and Blackgate is also here. And as you can see behind that, as the teams are rallying around and trying to finish up the warm-up, get into the dressing room, the VIPs are also here, and we will be ushering you into the game itself. But Coach Bashir Hayford said one thing, and you have already reiterated it: continuity.
same set of players are here. He believes that for this game, that is the trump card for Heart of Lions.
Well, their strength has always lying in team unity, team cohesion, team chemistry. And if you look at the team, make no mistake about the team Bashir Rayford put out there, all of them have played not less than 7 to 8 matches last season. The starting 11 today, and all of them have been with Heart of Lions last season in the league. So if you look at what they are trying to do, they are just trying to show up the team to have a proper crack at the Ghana Premier League. But for them, it gives them the perfect ambient to be able to test their preparedness ahead of the top 4 competition properly against Hearts of Oak. And you know, with all due respect, Hearts of Oak is a big club. You can't take anything away from them. For Kodidi Dramani, he would love to see the progress of preseason so far with the new players to gel together with the old players so far this season ahead of the top 4 as well. It's going to be a cracking game. It will be an interesting game for all the neutrals to enjoy. And the fans are in anticipation. But in terms of the tactical battle, it will be rife, it will be intense. And the players themselves are poised to win. Last season, Heart of Lions lost on penalty, and they said they want to revenge. But for Hearts of Oak, they want the cup to remain in Accra. So let's see at the end of the day how the permutations will go like.
Permutations indeed will be the order of the day. And I'm sure Nanedu will agree with me that although Heart of Lions go into this game as favorites, per the fact that they've got all the players there in camp, Heart is going to field a blend of the old and the new. How advantageous or otherwise will that be for Masood Didi Dramani?
I think, that would not be an advantage for Heart of Oak. Heart of Oak also had a good squad, even though there are some key players who played last season who are out of the squad. Yaya Dramani is out of the squad. Michael Ampedu is out of the squad. A player like Kunedu Yadom is also out of the squad. But they brought in some quality players. Muhammad Ali is one of the experienced guys in the local league. Playing for Liberty Professionals, playing for a team like Ashgold, playing like Vision FC.
Nanedu, hold your horses. Currently on the screen, we're showing you the arrival of the two teams. First of all, Accra Hearts of Oak. We will walk you through the process. The arrival here at the Accra Sports Stadium, the dressing rooms, of course, plus the warm-ups for the game. So, Nana, you don't believe Hearts start as favorites?
No, both sides had a good squad. From Heart of Oak to Kwando Heart of Lions, they have a good squad. When you look at the Heart of Oak team, players who are starting today's game are experienced in the Ghana Premier League. Most of them have started the Premier League for more than 2 seasons. So they've got rich experience in the Ghana Premier League. Mantse Gbese, Heart of Oak, Dreams FC, coming back to Heart of Oak team, rich experience. Muhammad Ali playing for Ashgold, playing for Vision FC, playing for Accra Lions, now playing for Heart of Oak, rich experience in the Ghana Premier League. Kelvin Osei is entering his 3rd season in the Heart of Oak jersey. So rich experience. In the last 15 years, Benjamin Asare has been in the local scene. Rich experience in Ghana football. To the midfield, Ranford Aponsa is entering his 3rd season for Heart of Oak. So rich experience in the Heart of Oak team. So I don't think any of them is favorite. Any of them who do well on the pitch who can get a result in today's game. It's a strong squad from Heart of Oak and of course Heart of Lions.
All right, let's take a look at the Heart starting lineup. It's a 3-5-2 formation as we've been given, with the likes of Benjamin Asare in goal, Kelvin Osei, Ali Mohammed, Baba Adamu, Yao Amankwa Befi, David Oponafrani, Ransford Mensah, Raphael Amponsa, George Paku, Hamza Issa, and Frank Duku. This is the first 11 for Accra Hearts of Oak.
Yeah, if you look at this team sheet, very tactical, blend of newcomers with old heads. Benjamin Asare imposed the Black Stars #1 goalkeeper currently. Kelvin Osei survives from last season to start today. Then the new boy, Ali Mohammed and Baba Adamu. These two guys, lots of expectations on their shoulders in terms of Ali Mohammed and Baba Adamu. For the very first time, the Phobian fans will have the opportunity to see both of them play for their team today. Baba Adamu is a left-footed centre back. Ali Mohammed can play with both feet. So the three of them forms the back three. Then with wing backs of Yao Amankwa Befi on the right, Ransford Mensah on the left. In central midfield, David Oponafrani, who is very versatile, with Raphael Amponsa and George Paku. So that makes up the central midfield of 5. And then up from Frank Duku, who signed from Vision FC, partnering Hamza Issa, who was the top scorer of the club last season. So if you look at this, this is a very strong starting 11 for Hearts of Oak this afternoon here at the Accra Sports Stadium. For the fans, they would like to see the blueprint of Coach Didi Dramani on this team. They want to see.
I see Paris in someone's future. Are you the one?
For sure, if you look at this team, if you are not tactically disciplined, you can't be able to play in this formation and thrive. So for the players, a lot is expected of them this afternoon here at the Accra Sports Stadium.
All right, okay. Well, on the substitutes bench for Accra Hearts of Oak, Sharif Shuaib, Hussein Mohammed, Rocky Dramina, Enoke Subonting, Mauli Wayo, Aziz Adams, Kwesi Esua, Martin Kakari, Godwin Kojo, and of course, Coach Didi Dramani has put a solid team together. Let's take a look at the Heart of Lions team, and then Nate will be in goal. Jason, Bismarck Enim, Ruben Hennessy, Ebenezer Aban, Yao Danso, Ishmael Ado, Emmanuel Oforisechi, Kwejo Obeng Jr., Dennis Huto, Kwesi Pong, and of course Seed of Asante. These are regular names for Heart of Lions. They were there last season, they are here this season, and that is where the likes of Coach Bashir Hayford and Nanedu believe that Heart of Lions will start as favourites.
It's a strong lineup, and when you look at the Heart of Oak bench, they have rich experienced guys on the bench who can come in the second half and make the difference. I saw Rocky Dramina on the bench for Heart of Oak. Rocky Dramina was former TI Amas player in Kumasi. He moved to Asante Kotoko and moved to Dream 70. Now he's playing for Accra Heart of Oak. He started from the bench. Rich experience. Mantse Kakari, a proper number 10. A proper ball juggler. He can run with the ball. He can dribble past any other player up front. When he comes in the second half, he can make the difference for Heart of Oak team. When you look at the players on the bench, it's a strong lineup from Heart of Oak. Look at the Kwando Heart of Lions team. Somebody like Ishmael Ado, he was part of the recent under-20 team that went to the AFCON. Yeah. He was part of the under-20 team that played in the WAFU. So national team experience and of course club football in the local league. You bring that experience to the Kwando Heart of Lions team. So I think it's a strong lineup from both Heart of Oak and of course Kwando Heart of Lions.
Well, viewers, in the background you can hear a lot of music because there's going to be a music extravaganza here as well. But all eyes will be on this pitch. 90 minutes of action beckons as Heart of Lions take on Hearts of Oak. It is the 2025 Gbese Mantse Homowo Peace Cup here at the Accra Sports Stadium, put together by Sami Enimado and his team. And what a wonderful job they've done. The crowd is here. The trophy has also been displayed in front of the VIP stand, plus other trophies. And so there's a lot to savor for this evening, in this evening's encounter. The best of local football, even at the pre-season stage. And of course, this heralds action into the top four, which is coming up sooner or later. And trust me, these two sides will do battle again, as explained by Nana Edu earlier. But for now, this evening, we will keep close tabs on Accra Heart of Oak and Heart of Lions, showing their strengths or otherwise to the numerous fans who are here today. From the fans' perspective, they believe that it's another done deal for Accra Hearts of Oak. They tell us that this is not going to go via the penalty shootout. But with consistency on the part of Heart of Lions, it also proves a point that if they can continue from where they left off, then Accra Hearts of Oak would be in trouble. But again, Blackgate, giving us a fair idea of what this season will be about. It's the two best teams that we have currently and who also finished in the top echelons of the league last season. The fans are here to witness what they have. Most of them have not seen them at training, not as yet, but we've heard exploits of what the coaches are doing at training. They've also been bolstered by the fact that all the teams walk home with cash even before they kick the ball at the commencement of the season. This should be one of the best seasons yet in the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, there has been Congress, there have been money, that 1 million Ghana cedis that will be given to every single member of the Ghana Premier League, this in the 18 teams. And if you look at what the GFA are doing currently, they are trying their best to promote the Ghana Premier League to the best of their ability. But for both teams this evening here, it's all about business, because money in pre-season, money in season proper, and then money after season. So it's all about money, money, money. And money plays a vital role in terms of running association football. So you can see smiles on the faces of the owners of the various teams. So it's something that is good for our football, because when you have enough cash being injected into they will recruit well, the players, their conditioning, everything will be done properly. They'll be paid decent salaries, and then it will reflect onto the pitch for us to see every single match day. But for House of Folk and Pando Heart of Lions, it presents both teams the opportunity to test their preparedness ahead of the season. And for the owners and the fans of the club, they will have a fair idea of how the season will pan out to be. Because pre-season is all about preparing for the season proper.
Exactly.
And it presents them the opportunity to showcase what they themselves have done to the fans. So I think it's a win-win situation for all of them here this evening. The most important thing is, if you look at the team sheet, it gives us an idea of what both coaches would love to replicate in the season proper. And for the players themselves, some of them, the new entrants to the various teams, will know that, hey, this is how it feels like to play in front of our fans, to play at Accra Sports Stadium, or to play in the Ghana Premier League. Because like you said, both teams basically finished in the top 4 last season. So it pitches two strong teams against each other heading into the season. So I think it's a step in the right direction for both clubs.
Step in the right direction, and one of the few things we'll be seeing this season is the security protocols that have been entered into by the Ghana Football Association. Now I can tell you for a fact that most of the fans who made their way to the Accra Sports Stadium today were body searched by the national security and the security agencies handling security issues for this evening's game. We are expecting that this will not be a 9-day wonder and that it would continue from here. We're going to see a lot of improvement in the game in terms of the technical acumen, especially of the referees, who were also blessed with some good news during the Congress. Nanendu, what should we look out for in terms of not only the performance of the players, but I would want us to keep close tabs on the officiating in the game? I've had a chat with Julian Niakwanunu, who is handling this game, and he says they are starting the implementations because the implementations of the new ideas came and had to be started on the 1st of July. And so they are going strictly according to the book, and they are expecting all the teams to comply.
Referee is a major thing when it comes to our game. I always say, for our game to improve, we need a strong referee in our games, and that is where it needs to start from. When you look at Anan's expose, the 1-hour video, about 30 minutes were centered on refereeing issues. So I think if referee will improve in our game, it will help our game going forward. And I think it's one thing that Nunu is saying, we are expecting to improve in our game, and that is one thing we expect from today's game, because all eyes will be on this stadium to watch the game involving Heart of Folk and Pando Heart of Lions. So refereeing at the top level is one thing that we are expecting from today's game.
Well, I've seen, apart from Julian Niakwanunu, I've seen other referees here. Gideon Kofi is here. I've also seen Selom Yao Bless, a FIFA referee, here as well. So it looks like the GFA is also playing its part, its role, to ensure that this game sees the best of officiating. And of course, also to give us a green light as to what to expect this season, because all eyes will be on them.
Yeah, absolutely. The new rules, they have to enforce it right in pre-season so that the players heading into the season proper will know exactly what is expected of them. And for them, they just have to sanction exactly what is being asked of them to enforce in terms of play. And this is a competitive game. It's a cup game. There are remuneration on top of who is winning this particular competition today. So I think we have experience. You can't. Julian Nunu, last 2 years, was adjudged the best referee in the country. Selom Bless is a FIFA referee. He has been officiating in international competitions. So you look at Akugri as well. So it's a strong team of referees. And the referees appointment committee know exactly what they are doing, because they know that people are watching, the fans are watching, the world is watching. So they need to give good referees that can interpret the new rules very well. Yeah. So I think it's a step in the right direction for everybody here.
Step in the right direction. The teams have started trooping out of the tunnel, and very soon we'll be crossing over to the live transmission. Of course, the continuation of the live transmission as the teams join us on the field of play. The reserve players have already taken their positions in the dugout. I see smiles on the face of the Hearts technical bench. And isn't it a nice thought to see Ni Ejay and Masoud Didi Dramani exchanging pleasantries you know. And one thing we also need to let people know in terms of education is that the coaches are not enemies.
Absolutely.
You know, they know themselves. They embrace themselves. They appreciate themselves. And it's always nice. Now, Nedu, let me take your pick on this. To see coaches from the opposite direction sharing pleasantries before a 90 minutes encounter.
When you look at our local league, the 18 teams that are playing the Ghana Premier League, when we are talking about 3 experienced coaches in the Ghana Premier League, 2 of them are coming from Hearts of Oak and of course Pando Heart of Lions. They are Premier League winners and they both won the Premier League with us Mantse Kotoko. So rich experience in the local league. So when they are coaching Hearts of Oak and Pando Heart of Lions, it should tell you the level of expectation from these 2 teams and what we are expecting from these 2 teams and what Heart of Lions will bring on board. So 2 experienced coaches in the Ghana Premier League now coaching for Heart of Oak and Pando Heart of Lions. That is why you can see some friendliness and the atmosphere around the technical benches at the top level when it comes to the Ghana Premier League.
Well, Anedu, I can tell you for a fact that both coaches have something in common. They are all in white shirts.
Absolutely. You know, Coach Bashir Hayford always loved his khaki and his white top. You look at Coach Masoud Didi Dramani spotted in his white sneakers with his khaki and then his white top. You see, football is all about competition and it has to be a healthy competition. That's how FIFA says my game is fair play. Yeah. Before the game, you are not enemies. During the game, you have to have a go at each other. But at the end of the day, you have to embrace each other after the competition. Surely there must be one winner at the end of the day.
All right.
But that does not mean life and death. It's competition. One has to win and one has to lose. But in football, the most interesting thing is football always gives you the opportunity, no matter the result, to come back stronger another day. And it doesn't take you long. So I think in terms of experience, both of them are former league winners with Kumasi Asante Kotoko as well.
Yeah.
Coach Bashir Hayford has won the league with Daniel J as his player. Masoud Didi Dramani as well has won the league with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now he's with Hearts of Oak.
Okay.
So if you look at these 2 coaches, you can't ask for any better experienced gaffers in the Ghana Premier League than the 2 coaches that we have. But in terms of the 90 minutes battle, I'm looking forward to that because it will be a very intense one, of course.
Okay, well, we'll be joining you again at halftime to find out exactly how the permutations have gone through. And at the end of it all, we definitely will be sharing with you the moments, the highs, the lows of the game. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll be sending you over to commentary position where Nana Dakwa Jesse and Josiah Okokwe are standing by to take you through the first 45 minutes of the 2025 Gbese Mantse Cup. This is between Accra Hearts of Oak and Pando Heart of Lions. We'll see you again at halftime.
Once again, our triple relevancy with the likes of Public Match, the Namibia Water, Asmera Restaurant, and a host of others also supporting us. Last support standing lineup. Jersey number 23.
Hello. Hello, good evening and welcome to the Accra Sports Stadium. It's venue.
And very soon we'll have the President Mantse join us on the field for the ceremonial kickoff. He and his men are getting ready, and I'm equally sure that the British High Commissioner
hello, good evening.
You know, with the build-up towards this particular one. Last year, we're here, we witnessed some epic game that went all the way to a penalty shootout for Hearts of Oak to win it. And I believe today, they would serve us something even more hotter and better than what we witnessed here last year.
The Phobians clad in their rainbow colors over purple shorts and Hearts of Lions sporting sea blue jerseys over white shorts. This game is being played in honor of the Gbese Mantse Ibonte. In private life, he's known as Tommy Okine, former CEO of Hearts of Oak. It was his turn as CEO when Hearts of Oak won the Cup Confederations Cup. He was also a management member when the Phobians won the African Champions League and the Super Cup. He's a true Phobia and he's paid his dues. And this game is being played in his honor, the Gbese Mantse, making his way for the ceremonial kickoff before the real deal.
Yeah, and let's not also forget that yesterday was Homowo in Kamashi, and you know, one of the significance of this particular game is to also, bring forth that traditional, relevance. And I believe that's the significance of this game as well. And you can see they're still in their white. Today is just Thanksgiving. And in Ghana, we say Ngawala, just a day after Homo. It's just Thanksgiving, basically, and that's what we are here for.
2025 Gbese Mantse Homo Charity Cup Hatzabok up against Bando Hearts of Lions. So a lot of the traditional leaders within the Gbese area have all showed up here at the Accra Sports Stadium, with Nia Ibonte leading the delegation. So it's time for the special guest Tommy Okai. In private life these days he's known as Nia Ibonte, exchanging pleasantries with the team he led to win the Confederations Cup and multiple league titles. He will perform the traditional kickoff before the two teams slug it out here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Also accompanying the Gbese Mantse is the Alajo Mantse, who is a personal bodyguard of the former president Nana Akufo-Addo.
Tell us how too much money no don't want you. Into what swipe ya kwa
Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in and start winning in the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Some 2 weeks ago, there will be a minute of silence in their honor before kickoff. And as you can see, just around the center circle, banners of their images been displayed, not only on the field of play, but at the Independence Square stand of the pitch. So Nia Ibonte gets ready for the ceremonial kickoff.
What a pass from him to find Sido Asante. And we spoke about communication at the back. There was a lapse again, and positioning has been a problem for them. How to vote? I doubt they are used to this 3-back system being played here today. And already they've been caught napping. That was a lovely ball through the middle, and Sido should be scoring that.
Here is Hamza Isa. Ransford Mensah's cross away by Urban. There's a foul committed by the new boy, George Parku, bringing down Yardan so in the process.
Not deliberate from the young chap. I speak about partnership in defense, and then you also talk about how he's going to also form that good partnership with Hamza Isa.
Amankwa Befi wins the throw-in for the Phobians. Great resilience by Befi, and Ponsa checks onto Befi, sends one in the box, and is cleared away by Hennessy.
Where do you go to for your Call of Duty points?
Usually I buy my points from Carry First shop.
Oh, Carry First. Carry First. Go to Carry First. Yeah, that's the Carry First shop.
Oh, Carry First. Carry First.
Carry First. No brainer.
Now Danso to Hennessy. So Lions very calm and composed.
And we should be giving Heart of Lions some credit. This is practically the same team that qualified from Division 1 about 3 years ago into the Premier League, and they've kept a chunk of that squad. And you rightly mentioned adding some quality in the likes of Kojo Bin Jr., Zlatan Abednego Tete last season, just to give them some, presence and then also maturity really helped them. But then this is just the team we saw in Division 1. The likes of Kwesi Paul, quite a number of them, Hennessy, Arban. They've really served this club so well in the last couple of seasons.
Bayfi with a good control. Duku, here is Bayfi. Hamza wants it. Bayfi goes slow. Now Amponsa checks onto the right. Here is Duku. Cross intercepted by Arban. And Duku, he's been fouled. Akugri on the far right hand side on the lines. So
Duku is playing with so much energy, so much strength over there. Just good shielding of the ball. He wins it. You can see that clear trip.
Hearts have a free kick. Rafael Mensah and George Paku. Paku swings one in. Flicked away by Danso. Duku to Adamu. Here is Amponsa. Lovely turn from Amponsa. Good play from the Phobians, but they finally give it away. Here is Arban. Good chase by Duku. Now has of a corner from their pressure. It's a throw-in, I should say. Enim. Kwesi Paul. Clever defended from Adamu.
And the three-back being deployed is giving Hearts of Oak so much space, to operate with. You can see that three-back or the three defenders are quite comfortable on and off the ball as well. But then, as the men in midfield winning all the balls, the second balls are going to Accra Hearts of Oak. And so far, you'd say it's really working all on his own. And it looks like he's just coming out on top anytime he faces Kelvin Osei-Sibe. This time, there's no presence in the box to connect to that one.
It's a good ball from Afrani, looking for Hamza. He comes up against Ebenezer Arban. Here's the Hearts of Oak striker, tries to send a shot as it's blocked by Arban. Now, Mensah. Referee has whistled for Hamza Issa to be attended to. Seemed to have received the knock a while ago.
Yeah, I think it was that strike from Danso, who was trying to clear that one, making contact with the abdomen of Hamza Issa, and Masoud Didi Dramani not happy about that at all. Quite dangerous, he thinks it is.
Hearts of Oak have former Asante Kotoko employees on their bench. Assistant coach Abdullahi Ghazali, head coach Didi Dramani, and Ajab Issa, the goalkeeper's trainer. All of them have set Kotoko at a point in time. On the flip side, Bashir Hayford also coach Kotoko, and on his bench is another Kotoko former player, his assistant coach.
But that was a good goal.
He wouldn't be a happy man with the manner in which his side have considered the goal. Bashir Hayford and the Phobian fans have found their voices again. It's Hearts 1, Hearts of Lions 0. We've done 36 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium.
That's just how you want to unsettle the nerves of your opponent. A good goal. We've seen Heart of Lions with a couple of set pieces in dangerous areas, but nothing to show for it. And Heart of Oak just punishes them with this one.
Obin Jr., can he respond? What a drive from Obin Jr. Now the Phobians will be lucky.
And he's been their dangerous man so far. He stays on side, Field just takes that ball on the left. And again, it's just precision that has been his bane.
Here is Raphael Mensah, Ransford Mensah, Adamu. That's a heavy hit from Adamu. Too much on that one.
The 1J who he was trying to locate, at that region.
Bismarck Enim finds Obin Jr. Here's Esibe. It's been an interesting battle between Esibe and Obin Jr.
I'd say it's been fairly even between the two so far.
Absolutely. This time, Heart of Lions will win the free kick just around the corner flank. After Sido Asante was brought down.
You're wondering why Heart of Oak would want to commit a foul in such a dangerous territory. That was a needless one to give away at that point, especially when you've taken the lead not long ago.
And Ishmael Ado will once again step up for it. The other time it was between himself and Enim. Same scenario. Free kick for Heart of Lions. Enim and Ado behind it. Enim goes in, but it's flicked away. Huto have stepped up when it mattered most. Has two. Heart of Lions, 0. 41 minutes. Last season, these two teams met twice in the Ghana Premier League. The first game was on match day 2 on the 15th of September. Lions beat the Phobians by 2-0 upon Ishmael Ado scoring in that game. And in the second round, Hearts of Oak beat them on match day 19 by 1-0. Goal scored by Mauli Wayo to the penalty spot. And on this day, in the second edition of the Gbese Mantse Peace Charity Cup, goals from Duku and Hamza hands the Phobians a 2-0 lead before the break.
And always a delight if you have your attacker scoring for you in a game like this. And these are the key indicators, especially if you're a Heart of Oak fan. You're seeing the attackers score. Last season they were struggling to get the goals because Hamza was on the sidelines for most of the season. But now he is fit, and that's where you want to see him. This is what you want to see him do. Just bang in the goals and send the fans on their feet.
42 minutes, 3 more minutes before the break. Hearts 2, Hearts of Lions 0. Asari sends one in. Hennessy's header upon unable to control. Duku and Ponsa Paku unable to control it well on his chest. clever play from Bismarck Enim, but he gives away possession. Here is Duku, but nobody going up for that ball. They play with so much confidence at the back out of Lions. Good ball from Ado, looking for Kosipon. He comes up against Mensah, checks onto his left, try to create a space and shoot. He shoots and is blocked. And now Obin Jr. will get the ball on the far left-hand side. Here is Kujo Obin Jr. swings in across and is straight to Asari.
Great build-up, Heart of Lions. They have their tails up now. They are 2 down. They are looking for a quick response before recess. You can see the attackers doing all they can over the Obin Jr. with another cross-set. Ordinarily, he should be the one in the box trying to get at the end of that one, not the one putting in the crosses. Looking at his height and, you know, that presence, especially in the opposition box.
Few seconds to wrap up. First 45 minutes. Kojo Bin Jr. for Hearts of Lions. Outnumbered by the Phobians and goes on to commit the foul. We are doing 3 additional minutes. 45 minutes up already. It's Hearts of Oak 2, Hearts of Lions 0.
Yeah, Obin Jr. clearly the best player for Heart of Lions this evening. He's done so much, but I think perhaps maybe in the second half there could be some tweaks, you know, tactically from Bashir Hayford. Maybe he would want to put Obin Jr. a bit central. He's been threatening, he's been good with the ball at his feet, but then you would want to play him down the
Hamza
middle.
Isa for the Phobians. They want to make a move, but they end up giving it away for a Hearts of Lions throw. Ruben Hennessy, Ebenezer Aban, there's pressure from Hamza, but it's controlled by Ishmael Ado. He sees Enim's run on the left. He picks out Enim. Enim has got Manko Abefi approaching. Back. Yao Danso is all alone on the right side. He finds Yao Danso. Danso with a little flick, trying to find Seed of Asante and a strike partner, Huto.
It's been about them in the last couple of minutes. They're still searching for at least a lifeline before halftime.
We've done close to 2 minutes of the additional 3 minutes for the first half. Here is Ismail Out of Lions. The trail by 2 goals to 0 before the break. Can they pull one back before halftime? Obin Jr. on his weaker right foot, and Asari makes light work of it. Good goalkeeping from the Black Stars, number 1.
Ghazali not taking any chances, especially looking at that whip. Obin Jr. again with a dangerous ball into the box. No one to attack there, but then Benjamin Asari with some good reflexes there. Black Stars goalkeeper for a reason.
Ismail Ado to Yao Danso on the right side. Kojo Obin Jr. has switched from the left wing to the right wing. Here is Ado to Bismarck Enim. Enim wants to send a cross in, but he holds on to the idea. Osibe's clearance, hands out of line on the throw. This might just be the final action of the half.
Yeah, that was that earlier ball again. Kojo Obin Jr. in a cut-like, you know, grab.
It's halftime at the Accra Sports Stadium. The 2025 Gbese Mantse from our Peace Charity Cup between Accra Sabok and Atop Lions. Goals from two attackers, the new boy from Vision FC, Duku, and Hamza Isa, the striker, who the Phobians have relied on in the last 2 seasons. Half-time at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hatsabok 2, Hatsab Lions 0.
Well, he was the discovery of the year on the both sides and the first award in the year 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, several collaborations with Sarkodie, Pam Eugene, Stoneboy, and many others. I present to you Jupiter.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Stadium. One, sing for
half of the 2025 Gbese Mantse World Cup. I still have Blackgate here. I still have Nanedu here. I'll start off with Blackgate. First 45 minutes, Blackgate, your impressions?
Absolutely blockbuster. Everything that we were looking out for in this game, we saw it in that first 45 minutes. Both teams came out of the blocks. They played to the rhythm and the gallantry, and the energy from the fans reverberated onto the pitch. For Heart of Lions, they started the game very well, played the first 30 minutes on the front foot, stepped onto the accelerator, probe around, squeezed the pitch, made Hearts of Oak look ordinary. But Hearts of Oak stick to the game plan. They were expecting the game to explode in the latter embers of the first half. And when their chances came up, Duku and Hamza were up there to finish them with aplomb. And for Hearts of Oak, they basically played a more efficient tactical game. For Heart of Lions, they were rattled in the last 15 minutes of the game because this is a game that they were playing very well. But within 5 minutes, the game was basically slipping through their hands. And for the two centre-backs, very experienced centre-backs, in Ebenezer Aban and Ruben Hennessy, they should have been communicating properly and doing better on that particular occasion, especially on the second goal. They were caught in no man's land, and Hamza was at the right place at the right time to combine the devastating effect with Duku to punish them. And I think for them, they have to dig deep in this game if they have to salvage something from the game in the second half.
All right, there's a lot of noise in the background and there's a lot of excitement, and I can tell you for a fact that Jupiter has taken center stage and is performing. We'll cross over to Jupiter in a second, but Nanedu, judging from what we have seen in the first 45, is there a comeback possibility for Heart of Lions, looking at the mapping of the technical ability that Didi has put up for Accra Hearts of Oak?
It's going to be difficult for Pando Heart of Lions. I don't see Benjamin Asare conceding 2 goals in the 45 minutes. I don't see it happening. He's the best goalkeeper in the local scene now. He's the Black Stars #1. He's House of Oak's captain. They have confidence in him. Yeah. I doubt Benjamin Asare will concede 2 goals in the second 45 minutes of the game. I think it's over for Pando Heart of Lions. They'll do their best in the second half, play their normal game, try to make sure they will improve on Wednesday in the Gaka top 4. But I think for now, it looks like a trophy for Heart of Oak. When you look at the way Heart of Oak is playing, defensively they are solid. Ademu Mohamed, Ali Mohamed on a good day, apart from his goal, he missed a crucial header somewhere around the 18th minute of the game. I thought it was a goal from Heart of Oak, but eventually he was able to make targets. So I see the Heart of Oak going far. The most important thing is scoring.
Also coming up to you, the stadium announcer has just made a quick announcement that in honor of the fallen heroes from the helicopter crash, we're going to have a couple of minutes of silence and darkness here at the Accra Sports Stadium. We're just standing by. Once we get the green light, we will move on with that. The performances will still be ongoing, and there's something going on the stage at the moment. So let's cross over to the musical stage and witness what is happening.
will be playing from left to right, and Hearts of Lions will be playing from right to left. Second half yet to get started, Josiah.
Yeah, definitely would get to see some tweaks, especially from the losing side. I can only imagine what the pep talk was about for that 15-minute recess, but then definitely they'll be coming into the second half with, extra energy, extra intent. And then definitely they will just be looking at least trying to unsettle Accra Hearts of Oak because they have the 2-0 lead, get a goal, then try and push for the equalizer.
Hearts of Oak will get us going in the second half. Julian Nunu has got a whistle to his mouth. That's it. Second half underway here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts 2, Hearts of Lions 0. Clearance by Afrani. Here is Anand, the captain of the side. Aban, Sport. Clever play from Mensah. But Hearts of Oak will give away possession again. Here's Hutor. Now Ishmael Ado. He's got Enim on the left. He finds Bismarck Enim, the left back. Tries to put one through for Upon, who swings across in. Well intercepted by Ali. And Osei does well to keep it in. Gets it away into the half of Hearts of Lions. And Aban heads it down to Enim. Here is Ado. Ebenezer Aban, the captain for Hearts of Lions. 2 seasons ago, he had a very amazing season with the Lions. It was a season in which they struggled, but he was a standout performer. Flag goes up, Sido Asante is offside.
Yeah, and Hearts of Oak beginning the second half with the high line. They've been comfortable on the ball with that 3-5-2 formation, the 3 centre-backs. They've been really on their toes and always trying to play with the high line. They know there's so much risk associated with it, especially when you're committing about 4 or 5 men towards the press, but then it's worked for them to perfection so far.
Isibe hands possession to Hearts of Lions. Trying to make their way into the Hearts of Oak danger area.
Hearts of Oak nearly played themselves into trouble there. For a team with a 2-0 cushion, you need to be more comfortable on the ball.
Hearts have the advantage now.
I was expecting the biggest tweak from Coach Bashir Hayford to put Kojo Obin Jr. more central due to that height and also aerial presence. But then he keeps Seed off as the arrowhead with Kojo Obin Jr. switching places from left to right, and maybe he could still cause some havoc to the Accra Hearts of Oak defense.
Asante is bitten in the air by Ali. Here is George Paku. He hangs on to the ball too long, and Duku will take it for Mensah, who finds Adamu. Now here's Ali Mohammed. He's fitted in so well since arriving from Vision. At least they're better than when the game began. And Duku goes in for it. Flag goes up. Offside on the part of Hearts of Oak's striker Frank Duku.
I'd call that questionable a bit. The run was made from deep, and there you can see even before the ball was lifted over the top of the Heart of Lions defense, and that's why he's asking questions, Duku. That was just a chance for him to double.
He scored twice against Kotoko when Vision FC beat Asante Kotoko by 3-1 during the last Premier League season, and he's opened his scoring account for the Phobians in today's fixture. Here is Raphael Amponsan. He's trying to put one through for Duku. Duku comes up against Hennessy. Paku. Adamu. Not too sure what intended to do Duku.
And it's quite confusing, the roles of Paku in this team. He's really been a freelancer so far. I'd say not really stuck to a single position. But then we saw that good pass from him, set up Hamza Issa for the second goal, and he's been so efficient.
Hearts of Lions, but Hearts of Oak will tidy up well through Paku. Here is George Paku. He goes down from the challenge of Arban, and Nuno whistles for a free kick. I tell you what, he's been brilliant for Hearts of Oak this evening. He's a product of Kowa Nason Football Club, a feeder club for Accra Lions, and he's barely put a foot wrong in this evening's game. He will be one man to watch for the Phobians next season.
Definitely, we've seen quite a number of players, come through the ranks of Kowa Nason to Accra Lions, a team that entertains, so much. And today we've seen, the likes of Paku would put up such performances, and Kakari would only question when he's going to get some game time, because the kid has been flawless so far this evening, and I believe that's what Heart of Oak fans would want to see when the real season starts.
His dexterity and his ability to pick out his teammates, the calmness and composure with which he executes those moves is just awesome. Seed of Asante, signs of frustration for the big striker.
Again, you can see Kwajo Jr. not able to complete that pass, and Seedorf just barges into Ransford Mensah. And Mensah, also playing as a left wing back, really hasn't been exposed. And Stretch Hearts of Oak exhibiting signs of so much energy, stamina levels, really reflecting here. Hamza Issa trying to hit that one from a distance. Be thinking maybe taking the control further into the box would have aided that finish, but then with his confidence also oozing there, just decides to test the goalkeeper from a distance.
Obin Jr. can't find Huto Osesibe. It's a masterclass defending, and here is Amankwa Befi. He picks out Rafal and Ponsan, and Duku is trying to make the run. Hamza is late for it, and Hearts of Lions will tidy up well. Here is Hennessy. He goes down, and Hearts of Lions will get the advantage.
And I think Masoud Didi Dramani will be fuming now. Decision making in the third half has been questionable, per the standards of Hearts of Oak. You've been thinking these players could be, a bit more quicker.
Obin Jr. Huto. Yao Danso can't get on to that one from Huto. Miscommunication between the two Hearts of Lions players.
And speaking about decision making in the third half, there's just poor quality being exhibited. Yeah, Hearts of Oak got 2 up, but then it could have been more for the Phobians. They've been or gotten themselves into some promising positions, but then questionable decision making hasn't really helped them.
Duku once again is offside.
Now that tight call there by the linesman, and just look at that. And I think the linesman is really having a tough day. With the quick runs of Duku, Hamza Issa, and co.
Obin Jr. wins the free kick from the tackle of Rafal Amponsa right in the middle of the park, and Hearts of Lions will ring a number of changes. They're coming up with 3 substitutions. Hearts of Lions will bring on 3 fresh legs. Kwesi Pong has gone off. Samuel Boama gets his chance as Dennis Hutto exits the pitch.
Jersey number 28, Kwesi Pong out. Jersey number 7, Aka Ejekin. Jersey number 18, Obori Sachi out. Jersey number 46.
Hearts of Lions, can they pull one back? Nope. Asare dives onto that one and picks up a knock in the process.
Thank you.
Needless. One would argue that one of the best signings Accra Hearts of Oak has done in the last couple of seasons was to bring Benjamin Asari into this team, really stabilize their defense. You know, such a quality goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari.
Here is Paul Atta, one of the new inclusions. Cross goes in, Osei Sibe heads it. And Adamu will finally get it away.
I'm not expecting that, but then his chest doing the magic for him, preventing Heart of Lions from, you know, registering their first goal in this game.
Hearts of Lions at the corner. Besmak Enim, the left back, to take it. He swings one to the near post, and Adamu will head it to ricochet. Paul Atta for a Hearts of Oak goal kick.
He could be feeling a bit, you know, sorry for Kujobin Jr. He's exhibited so much quality. He's played with so much courage and confidence. He's still not really had the right service and partnership up front, I believe. Not really seen so much from himself and Seedorf as far as, you know, these two attackers for Heart of Lions are concerned.
Mensah, Baba Adamu, all the way back to Benjamin Asari. Hearts of Lions are 2-time winners of the Galka Top 4 and once represented Ghana in the African Champions League, only to exit in the first round against Etoile Filante. Obin Jr. wins the corner for Hearts of Lions.
Yeah, and earlier on we saw 3 subs.
So Didi Dramani will go the Bashir Hayford way. 3 new players to be introduced.
I think Hearts of Oak subs would have to hold on for now.
Until the corner is taken, Hearts cannot make changes. Enim's ball in the box and is cleared away by Paku, only as far as Hennessy. Switches to Ishmael Ado. Good move from Ado, very skillful. He does well to get his way through, but Paul Atta is stopped in his tracks. Atta wants to switch to the right hand side. And Mensah, lucky the ball had to get back to his goalkeeper. because the Hearts of Lions player stood in his way.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of that from Accra Hearts of Oak. Quick transition whenever they have the ball. You know, Hearts of Lions are pressing very, very high up the pitch in search of an equalizer, and they're capitalizing on that with their quick passing from deep.
Certainly a foul by Raphael Amponsa.
Yeah, a bit boisterous from Raphael Amponsa.
Ishmael Ado has lost possession. Here is Duku. Yaman Kwabefi. Over elaboration, and he gives the ball away. Here is Aban. Tries to pick out Obin Jr., but Ali Mohammed ensuring that Obin Jr. will not gain the needed advantage.
They're playing a bit more narrow now, the three defenders of Accra Hearts of Oak. You can see the spaces in between them, and that has also allowed their fullbacks to tack in a bit, making it more like a 5 at the back for them. It's making it even more difficult for Heart of Lions to penetrate, even with the pass or even through the 1v1 situations.
So Hearts of Oak will now have their chance to make their own substitutions. Raphael Amponsa has made way. Mohamed Hussein, he's had a decent game. Ransford Mensah, the left back.
Just the best possible way for Masoud Didi Dramani to just counter that triple sub.
So Mawuli Wayo and then Enoch Esubontin will have their chance in this game. Duku, he thought he was going out, but Salom Yao blessed him to have made a mistake with the substitution board. So it is the youngster from Accra Lions, George Paku, who makes way for Enoch Esubontin. He's had a very, very good game this evening.
Decent game he's had, Paku, and it should be one for the future. Heart of Oak fans up on their feet, applauding, you know, that performance from the youngster. It's going to be a long season, and hopefully he could just win the heart of these Heart of Oak fans with some good performances week in, week out.
So Wayo, Hussein and Esubontin will get their chance to impress Didi Dramani. Here's Hussein, one of the brightest spots for the Phobians last season. Duku and Paku, it's fair to say they've given a very good account of themselves in this game for Didi Dramani. New look Hearts of Oak.
Yeah, and that's what every coach would want to, look out for from new signings heading into a very competitive season. There's a Gal cutoff for next week. Games will be coming up as well in the Democracy Cup as well for them to try and impress further, at least to stake a claim for a starting spot when the season starts.
Ali Mohammed. So Aban will pick it up. Here is Enim. Paul Atta to Enim. Back to Atta. Now Aban finds Hennessy right in the middle of the park. Hennessy goes right and he finds Yao Danso Obin Jr. up against Mensah. Obin Jr. has got the pace. He does want to go past his marker. Here is Obin Jr. Sends the cross in. But how did Boama just fail to make most of that opportunity? It's Heart of Lions still in control. Not the best of deliveries from Ismail Ado. Hussein gets it away. There's a foul on Enim by Mawuliwayo.
That was a hard tackle there by the Heart of Oak substitute. Came in with some, high energy there, but very fortunate he's not in the books of the referee, Mawuliwayo. And you're wondering, with all these acquisitions of attackers, if his role will be redefined for him again. Last season he got him quite a number of goals, both in the FA Cup and then also the league.
Attack. Ball seemed to have crossed the line, and as Azabuk gaining the advantage from the goal kick.
And Attack failing to control that one before it crossed the line. And Heart of Oak now are trying to manage the game. All they are doing now is to, put men behind the ball. Hardly do you see them committing men forward like they did in the first 10 minutes of the second half. They are playing very, very narrow now. Most of their defenders just defending deeper.
Obin Jr. Ismail Ado. Here is Obin Jr. Creates the space for himself, but that's some good defending from Osei Sibe. Hamza Isa brought down by Ismail Ado. Free kick, Hearts of Oak.
Yeah, Obin Jr., the brightest star for Heart of Lions this evening. Hamza Isa with a very, very smart way to win that foul. And Heart of Oak will be counting on this chap, when the season starts. 2 seasons ago, he scored a chunk of their goals. He was their top scorer last season, despite playing, limited number of games. He gave them, a fair number of goals as well. Tonight, we've seen his quality, what he can do with the ball, and how over-reliant Heart of Oak has been on him. And hopefully, as the season progresses, he'll be adding more.
Jason Nate under pressure. He gives it to the Phobians. And Mawuliwayo, the fans thought he should have moved forward with the ball instead of twisting and turning in that midfield. Esibe back to Asari. Osei Sibe is doing well.
Yeah, it's been okay this evening. And it's a partnership. He's the leader at the back, regardless. Ali Mohammed joining. And then also you have Babadamu. But then Hussein, he went down under a heavy challenge. It's good to see him up now without any medical attention. You talk about that defensive, unit of Accra Hearts of Oak, the centre backs. They quite, some task, and then also burden, weight on their shoulders, together with Benjamin Asari.
Another substitution for Hearts of Lions. Two substitutions for Lions. Jojo say one of those new inclusions. He's trying to score against his former club for the second time in this competition, but his efforts have all not gone on as planned.
Yeah, and that ball ricocheting off the back of Hussein falling kindly into Kojo Obin Jr. And with the quality he's shown today, it will be unfair if he doesn't get on the score sheet for Heart of Lions. He's been their best player, and you know, with so much experience, they know that they will count on him when the season starts. Last season, in the last edition, he scored against Hearts, but then this time, his luck, or maybe you'd say he's run out of luck.
Bayfi. That's the effort from the Azabok number 8, who stepped in the second half, trying to impress his new coach.
Didi Dramani doesn't seem, to be in a haste to change anything. The setup has been the same from the blast of the whistle. Personnel has changed, but Heart of Oak just managing the game with a 2-goal cushion. And in games like this, one of the things you would want to test is, the sharpness of your attack. They've been sharp, but then there's, so much room for improvement, especially with decision making.
Hennessy. George Osei to Ruben Hennessy. Here's Osei, sends in a cross. Heart of Lions trying to get on the score sheet before the Phobians change gears.
Yeah, but that's what they should have been doing from the first half. Sending quality crosses. We've seen a couple of times there's been crosses put into the box. No one to connect.
Jersey number 29, Sidon Asante out. Jersey number 24, Owusu Anthony.
So Sidon Asante goes up for Anthony Owusu. And upon Franny in that midfield, you can pat him at the back that he's excelled in that role this evening. Afrani, and Afrani exits.
He did a decent job upon Afrani. Seasons ago, he was the centre-back partner of Kelvin Esibe, and in this game you could see that new roles has been assigned to him by Masoud Didi Dramani. He was decent, at least with cover from Rafael Amponsa and co.
It's Kwesi Asma who takes the place of Afrani. Here is Asma. Now Mauliwayo, can he get a third? Nobody's meeting that one for the Phobians. Esubontin's cross, headed away by Enim. Hussein goes down, just on the edge of the box, no penalty. Good play from Ateje. Kojo Bin Jr. Free kick for Heart of Lions.
And that was a good chance for Heart of Oak to get their third. Great whip into the box. But then a bit too strong from Mauli Wayu. Another quality player in Asma joining the ranks for them.
Hearts have a free kick to defend, and Aban would want to hurriedly take it, but he will allow Enim to take over that responsibility. Bismarck's ball out by Asari. Hamza, needless, purposeless. It doesn't add anything positive to the play of the Phobians. That ball out by Hamza.
At all, a player of his ilk.
Enim's cross, and Adamu will allow it to go past him and finally get it away into Hearts of Lions territory. Returned by Hennessy. Here is Alban. He's playing up high on the field in the second half. The Hearts of Lions captain.
Yeah, they're pushing more men forward. Bashir Hayford believes they need to take more risks now. The time and the clock is just winding down, and they have very little time to make an impact. Maybe try and get, one goal and hope for the second. But then Hearts of Oak are still making it difficult. You'd realize that there's been changes for Hearts of Oak in every department, barring the defensive department. Tells you that the coach wants some stability and consistency in defense. So Muhammad Ali, Baba Adamu, and then also Kevin Osesibe, as well as their goalkeeper, still keeping their places. And that's where you start with. If you really want consistency in your team, it starts from the defense.
Ali Mohammed's ball in. George Osei shepherds the ball out for a throw into Lions. Here is Enim. Ado trying to pick out Ateje, but Osesibe steps up really well for the Phobians. Ends up conceding the throw in Osesibe. Asari can afford some antics at this point.
Obviously, you wouldn't fault him at all. His side is 2 up. And that's the confidence you'd expect from a Black Stars goalkeeper who is aiming to make it to the World Cup.
George Osei's cross again is straight to Benjamin Asari.
And he's really come out on top. He's not really faced a lot of shots, but then it looks like there's a play on the turf.
Hearts of Oak have a player down. Baba Adamu seemed to be that player down, the former Golden Kick centre back. Yeah, he is the one.
Maybe cramps there, maybe put a muzzle. But that's a level, that's a Premier League level he's now experiencing. He was good in the MTN final against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but this is the level he would be playing at week in, week out, Premier League level. And he's a good defender. He's a very, very good defender. Comfortable on the ball.
Asari. Aban. Osei. Here is Enim. Caught snapping on that occasion and he's giving it away. Obin Jr., can he get his goal? And Obin Jr. somewhere, somehow has flopped the golden opportunity. It was handed to him on a silver platter. He pounced on it, went past Asari, but when it mattered most, Obin Jr.
He was caught in 2 worlds there. He was just caught in 2 worlds. Wouldn't have a ball served to you on the platter. Better than this.
Ishmael Ado's cross in. Adamu heads it away. Here is Hennessy. And Hussein concedes a corner.
It seems the last touch came off Hussein. Was appealing for a goal kick though.
Again, it's Ishmael Ado's delivery that goes outside for a goal kick.
Yeah, and Heart of Lions will just look up into the skies and think football goals wouldn't even smile at them. It was the clearest chance fell to this man, and with all the hard work he's put in this evening, with all the energy he's played with, that would have been the easiest chance to bury Kojo Obin Jr. for fluffing it. And so much positives to pick from this game.
87 minutes and the Phobians are pushing for a third, but George Osei is there on that rescue mission for Heart of Lions. Adamu does what to recover from that earlier slumber. Rocky Dramina with a long ball looking for Maoli Wayo, but assistant referee Theophilus Akugri has raised his flag for offside against Maoli Wayo.
That was a good hit there. Tight. And about 2 inches, 3 inches offside there. Yeah, too many questions from Obin Jr. and then quite a number of answers from Ben Asari as well. Heart of Oak were comfortable.
And Obin Jr. was handed a golden opportunity to bring Lions into the game, but he just fluffed it big time.
At that point, you could see he was a bit tired there, Kojo Obin Jr. And then that's the best possible chance you could ever get. You know, too many touches, caught in too well. And Ben Asari, and that reaction from the Heart of Oak defense.
Maoli Wayo, he got a couple of chances since he came.